Welcome in to another edition of the Feed Elite Athletic Podcast presented by John Roberts Toyota in Manchester, Tennessee. We ask you to please go see them. We are in our strength and conditioning weight room here in Barton Athletic Center, and we are with the Director of Performance, Carlos Gonzalez. Carlos, how's it going, man?
It's going very well,
Good. You've been here for 2 months now, and you're just getting your feet wet. We're looking forward to watching you just build this program. What's been your experience here been at Webb like so far?
It's been really good. A lot of people have invited me in. They've treated me like part of the Webb family. The athletes have been very open to learning,
Good.
Open to working. Really excited about it.
Awesome. So Carlos comes from an MLB team, and I don't know if anyone's ever heard of them, but the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
I think everybody has heard of that MLB team, and they've had a rich history of success. Can you tell the audience today what that was like working with an MLB team?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, obviously that was the dream for a long time, was make it up to the big leagues, after grinding for so many years in the minor leagues and then having the opportunity to go up there and work with the best of the best.
Yeah.
And it was a great experience because sometimes I think we don't think how hard these elite athletes work.
Right.
And, you have 162 games that they play, so there's not very many days off, but we still have to get work in.
Right.
So, I'll show up at noon, guys coming in at 1 o'clock. We're prepping, they're hitting in the cages, they're lifting. Then we got practice at 3.
Yeah.
A 3-hour practice. Then we have a game.
Sure.
And then sometimes after the game, they're getting a lift in if they didn't get one earlier in. So it's 12 hours of work.
Right.
Every day for 162 days. So
yeah.
It was a grind, but it pays off when you have 45,000 fans cheering,
right,
in a playoff game. So
yeah,
it makes up for it.
For sure. So I feel like everyone that's a kid dreams to be a professional athlete. And you were around these guys 24 hours a day, 365 days in the year. But saying that, how hard is it to be a professional athlete and the work they put in? Just kind of elaborate on that in your own words.
Yeah, they're the elite for a reason.
Right.
They got a special skill set that they've honed in for years.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3-4 years old, they start working at this craft, and the way they move is different. The way they work is different, and the amount of habits that they've built around that success is different.
Yeah.
So, they have a team of people around them, whether it's the strength staff, the athletic training staff, the coaching staff, support team outside from the field, but they have a team that's helping them get there.
Right. And just the work that these athletes put in with their bodies and with their physical health, their mental health, just the practice of being a baseball player. I can't imagine the depth of that. And we'll kind of get into that later in the podcast. But let's talk a little bit about you. So tell the audience where you're from. Just go into any aspects you want to kind of get an insight of who Carlos really is.
Yeah. I grew up in a military family, so I moved around a lot. I claimed Texas and Tennessee.
Okay.
Grew up in San Antonio, but went to high school and college in Tennessee, and been all over the place, on the West Coast, on the East Coast, in the North. Lived in the South for a long time. So, in a military family, you learn to make friends real quick.
Yeah.
You learn to embrace any new environment as quickly as possible and then adapt as much as you can.
Yeah. So did you play sports growing up? And if
yeah.
you did, what were they?
Yeah. So I ran track. Ran track in high school, college, and internationally. Played football in high school, basketball in high school, cross country in high school. Played a few little.
Did you have a favorite sport?
Being from Texas, football is always going to be king in my eyes.
Right.
But if I'm going to pick up anything, it's going to be basketball. It's
okay.
going to be, go outside with my son or with my in-laws and go play.
Yeah, nice. So after high school, tell us about your college career. Where did you go? What did you do? What did you study? Just take a deep dive into that.
Went to school at Middle Tennessee State University, studied exercise science. Didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
Didn't know what I was, ideally I wanted to be a physical therapist. And then started seeing the rehab portion of it, and I was like, man, I don't really want to work with broken athletes. I want to work with healthy athletes.
Sure.
Didn't know that strength coaches even existed till my junior year in college.
Yeah.
But even then, coming from a military background, I knew that I was going to go into the military. So after undergrad, I commissioned as an officer in the United States Air Force, served my time, and then got out, went to grad school at Middle, got my master's degree, and it was in grad school where I learned that, okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can help develop athletes and stuff. And that's where I got, right after grad school, I got a call from the Tampa Bay Rays, and that was my into professional sports.
That's awesome. So when you went straight from college to the Tampa Bay Rays, talk to us about that experience. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure how old you are. You can elaborate on that, but just the being able to fathom, man, I'm working for an MLB team in the major leagues as a professional. Just what was that like coming straight from college?
Well, it wasn't the major leagues; it was the minor leagues. So it's a little bit different.
Okay. And good to know.
When you're in Princeton, West Virginia, not the big leagues.
Okay.
But it was fun. It was they brought me in. It was a small market team. I had a track background. The coordinator had a track background, and he wanted to bring me in and redevelop the speed and agility program for the Tampa Bay Rays. So that was kind of my into baseball. Hadn't never played. And then got on with the rookie ball team. Got sent to the Appalachian State League in Princeton, West Virginia, and when I say it's humbling to work in rookie ball and have to take showers next to chicken coops because you're in East Tennessee in the mountains, and it's definitely humbling, and you start to reconsider whether you picked the right path or not. But,
I bet.
But then you see success stories, because in that rookie ball team, Kevin Kiermaier was on my team, and if anyone knows anything about baseball, he's a Golden Glove, a Platinum Glove defender, All-Star. Even at that low level, you can make a difference in impact in athletes' lives. So it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Man, how big is nutrition? We hear all the time of eating right, drinking right, making sure you're taking care of your body. Tell our viewers, in your opinion, how important is nutrition and just kind of the steps of being a healthy student athlete?
Yes. Well, as a director of performance, it's not just strength and conditioning, although that's the backbone of performance. Nutrition is a part of it. Mental skills is a part of it. Sports science is a part of it. So nutrition carries just as much load as strength and conditioning. And being able to understand that, hey, I'm fueling my body differently on game day than I am on a non-game day.
Sure.
I'm fueling my body differently on a hard practice, when it's hot outside versus when it's not hot outside. And, even on top of that, like, how am I hydrating? Am I drinking the right amount of electrolytes? Getting the right amount of sodium in? Am I hydrating differently, for an indoor sport versus outdoor sport? So, like, there's so many different things that impact how our bodies work that keeping up with nutrition is one of those things that is never going to go away. We have to dial in quickly to be able to perform, especially if we're demanding this much of our bodies.
Sure, and that's just another aspect of what it takes to be a pro. You have to be super disciplined in your nutrition. And kind of going into another avenue of that is mental health. We hear so much all the time about having good mental health and good practices in that. And when these athletes get hurt, obviously that can affect the mental health. How important is mental health when it comes to this stuff?
It's paramount, right? Because how we shape and frame certain things matters. And I'm trying to, that's one of the things that I'm going to be going over with my athletes this semester is the physiological changes that happen to our bodies just on how we frame certain things.
Sure.
So when we're going through rough spells, which we're all going to do, we need to be able to lean back on our processes and our habits.
Sure.
And mental skills allows us to do that thing.
Right. And that's a perfect segue into this class that you're teaching here at the Webb School. And Obviously, Webb is a unique place. It's a place of rich history, and I feel as if we're trying to take right steps into the right direction. And hiring someone like you with your background is only going to enhance not only the athletic department, but the school in general. Kind of take us into a normal day of what you're going to be doing with your student athletes here at Webb. What does your class look like from a day-to-day basis? Just take a deep dive into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Building habits and processes is the biggest thing right now because none of us have it. Right?
Yeah.
None of us have it at this level.
Sure.
So the biggest thing is being able to create this kind of pathway of what a workout looks like. How do we prep our body for workouts differently than we would prep our bodies for a game or for practice and things like that. So one of the biggest things we've been going over right now is what does that flow look like? So we're going to start off with some sort of visual training. So vestibular ocular reflex is the thing that we're learning right now, and that's this vision thing to build up neural pathways from our vision to our extremities.
Sure.
We're going to follow that up by having reflexive performance reset, which is this repatterning of firing sequences that our bodies do naturally.
Yeah.
We're going to follow that up with a prep where we heat the body up, raise the muscular temperature, and then we're going to mobilize the joints.
Yeah.
We're going to stabilize the joints, and then we're going to connect that to the workout or bridge that with the workout with something called potentiation.
Yeah.
So that is just priming the central nervous system so that it can accept load in the workout. And then we'll have our workout. So I've been trying to drill that slowly with the kids right now as far as like what that means and how that looks, and they've been adapting to it very well. So we're really excited about it right now.
And I think the reception, just not only from you, but the environment that you've built in here has been super positive. And I've heard golfers, I've heard basketball players, tennis players just enjoy their time with you already in the 2 months that you've been here. And I guess this is kind of my last question for you, for your overview of the goal for the year, right? When it comes to the end of the semester, what do you hope these athletes can say about this class and what they gained from you and the experience?
Yeah, autonomy, right? So there's no better feeling for a coach that when their athlete goes to another coach, they know what to do.
Yeah.
Right? So they know what the expectations are in any weight room that they step in. They know what the expectations are going to be of that strength coach. They know what the expectations are of themselves.
Yeah.
Right? So that for me is to make them more autonomous as humans, as athletes. So they're going to get their workouts. They're going to know what they need. They know what kind of mobility that they have been working on, what kind of workouts that they've been doing, and they can desire that of whoever is working with them.
Yeah.
So I want them to be self-motivated when they leave this weight room.
Man, if you want to get into a class that has a lot of knowledge and experience, this is the guy, man. It sounds, I mean, you almost make me want to join the class next time you guys meet. So, well, man, before we depart, any other advice you could give to student athletes right now in any stage of their life?
Oh man,
you could go into any area, but what's the first thing that pops in your mind?
Find a good coach. Find someone that knows what they're doing, that's going to pour into you, because we all need accountability.
Yeah.
We need someone to push us. And if you can find a good coach, find someone that's going to keep you accountable, that's all you need.
That's great. It's great advice. We'll definitely take that. And, man, we appreciate you coming on to the podcast and giving us insight. And before we started the podcast, I asked Carlos who was some of the most famous people he met, and can you tell the audience of who you said that I was ecstatic about?
So in Major League Baseball, it's such a small group, and you meet all sorts of cool people, but like Derek Jeter was one of them. Shohei Ohtani was another one.
Oh,
like,
man.
Those are some of the biggest names, and you get to see them like right in front of you, and you get to meet them, and they're really good people.
Right. So when you shake Carlos's hand, you may be shaking Derek Jeter's hand through the grapevine.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, man, I appreciate you coming on and
Thanks
giving us insight. And we're looking forward to watching this class grow and student athletes getting better and stronger.
Absolutely.
So,
look forward to it.
All right. Well, we thank you again for tuning in to the Feed Elite Athletic Podcast presented by John Roberts Toyota, and we hope you have a great day.